This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so we're talking about Bow Wow. Does he got so much money that he's lending money out to rappers? I think not. Okay, Bow Wow does too much faking on the internet. I have no doubt that he still has money, but he doesn't have the kind of money that, like, you know, people that really got to it, got like that, had artists and everything. Like, he didn't do it. It's hard to describe this. He was really popular at one time, but he wasn't totally in control of his situation when he was popular, you know? So he wasn't able to like maximize the amount of money he was making. He wasn't doing, you know, say he did a show, it was probably overproduced and he didn't make as much money on the back end as a lot of other people will, where they can like manage the whole tour and make sure that more money's going in their pocket than someone else doing it. So he has money, but you know, he's tripping when he's like, I'm going to expose people. SG exposes. See, you're going to see a lot of changes in CMG right now. Big Jook is gone. A lot of these guys had a loyalty to Jook. Jook was the one that people were scared of, okay? Now, here's a picture of $750,000 laid out that he supposedly gave to EST Gee when he signed him. I still think it was kind of a mistake for him to sign to Yo Gotti, because that original song he had, when Yo Gotti jumped on it, it sucked. Like, it was better without Yo Gotti. It was called Get Money. I love that song, right? That's what put me on to EST Gee. But, and then on the song Moment with Gotti, he's talking about he's under investigation, but he's still richer than ever. You know, this is from the young Dolph. I think he's probably under investigation. You know he's under investigation. He's been under investigation since 2017. The feds will investigate you for a long time before they arrest anybody. And sometimes, in this case, a lot of people were taking each other out. Like, look, there was 3 attempts on Dolph's life. Every one of those people, up until when they took his life, was released. Black youngster, the dude with the gold teeth. I forget his name. I always forget his name. His last name. What's his name again? But then you got even now the first person had to get arrested. That was why am I drawing a blank? Because I actually knew these people in person. Yo Gotti affiliate, 15 years. Why am I drawing a name? Anyways, somebody got. They have his other name down here. I forget it. Keon. Yeah, Keon been with Gotti forever. He used to. I mean, when I was doing videos with Gotti, he always had the gun permits. But him and 2 other guys fired into a hotel and shot it up. The one that Dolph was staying in, and Swiss cheesed the van. He wasn't in it. He was upstairs. But they all got big time. They got football numbers. You know, they got like 15 years, right? He'll be out actually not... He'll probably be out in a couple of years, you know? Then you got Black Youngsta after that, and then you got the other dude, the bald-headed dude, I forget what they call him. He's always been around too. But he made an attempt on Dolph in LA. In a busy street, like where, you know, like a high-end part of LA where you would get arrested. They let him go. When they start letting you go, you're under investigation. Anyways, EST Gee says that Yo Gotti never gave me $750,000. We made it look like that. Yeah, this is the same thing he did with Moneybagg Yo. You know, you're gonna start seeing a change because Big Jook is really the street one. Yo Gotti's not soft, but like Big Jook, like, I think he was an intimidator, you know, and people respected him, you know, because he was really in the street. You know, Gotti was kind of in the street, not like Jook, right? He raps a lot about Jook's life and some of his own life. Like, Gotti's definitely not soft. I've seen him in action in Ridgecrest, where he's not scared of nothing. You know, he walks towards the gunfire. You know, like he's definitely not soft. But I think you're going to start seeing things shaking up a little bit more at CMG. Dissing him on a song like that, that's a diss. It's a diss. He's going to start telling the truth about these guys. That's what he said. Something's not going right with him at CMG. Didn't even have a CMG chain on when he was doing the freestyle. So the right when they start, you saw that with Black Youngster. He stopped wearing the CMG chain once he went his own way. He's quiet still. We'll see what happens. EST Gee. It would have been, I don't know. It was a good sign and a bad sign at the same time. Like Yo Gotti used that to like keep his movement going, because Yo Gotti's music is a little bit dry lately. For the past 5 years, I'd say. So you get a hot song that's street, like the first EST Gee song. You're gonna want to jump on it. It's like a Drake move. It's smart. Josh Johnson comedy. Shout out to you. Hilarious. He was talking about the whole Drake and Kendrick beef. You should go check him out. But look who commented under it. King Push. He was talking about Drake losing the Kendrick battle and how certain things played out in the battle, which is funny. But look who commented. Pusha T. Pusha T, the first person to give Drake his first L. Let's be honest. I mean, it's the truth. Drake didn't respond anymore. And Drake's doing the same. Drake waved the white flag on the Heart Part 6. That's what Josh says in his comedy. He says, I guess the Heart Part 6 is like Drake admitting he lost. Because that's when he won the beef right there to me. Drake didn't come back in like he did. If Drake had not addressed anything and came back at him again, it would have still been with a big song. I don't know. Drake probably wasn't expecting such a fight from Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar didn't drop one song until he had all those songs were recorded in one night. I don't care. No, they weren't. He's smart, man. If you're really like I gotta give props to whoever was working with Kendrick Lamar and his team. They made it so those songs, all he had to do was put something at the end of each one. He could punch in, do a verse or two at the end, like us, right? He punched in, put a few bars at the end that references Family Matters. So it looks like you're responding to that. People are easily smoke and mirrors, Smart, man. It makes the song current. Because if you notice every song, he's not even addressing anything Drake said. Because why would you do that? You just keep going forward and pushing your narrative. It sounds better. And it worked. Drake waved the white flag. Drake, stay out of these beefs, man. Because you're too commercial now to even do a beef. Because you have to get so dirty during a beef. I mean, Kendrick went dirty, but like, I don't see him ever losing. He doesn't have that image that Drake has, where it's like super safe. Kendrick's safe, but it's not like super safe like Drake. You gotta wait, like, it is what it is. But don't engage in a beef you can't really get dirty in. You couldn't get dirty in the Pusha T beef. Pusha T had everything to gain. Kendrick Lamar had a lot to gain in this beef. You're going against Drake. He was already big. It just made him bigger. His numbers are through the roof again. Kendrick was cooling off. I don't care what anybody says. He was cooling off. This revamped him for another 5 years right here. And it wasn't going to ever die off completely as a cult fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like, it made him, like, super popular again. I think Drake's going to start dwindling after this. This is the first time, like, he wasn't on a lot of charts and everything. Like, people are turning on Drake. Not just his friends. Fans are, too. It's a interesting but sad thing to watch. We saw this with 50 Cent at one point, where people started to like, you've been winning too long, time to let somebody else win and dominate, and that's what's going on. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about everything that's going on. I appreciate your comments. I always read them in below, so I appreciate you guys. I'll check in the next one. Whoever shouted me out on the Star podcast, Star's show every day, they called in and said something about, like, I'm their shade room. Thank you. Salute to you. They were commenting about the Botsy Boy Rhymes story. Appreciate you so much. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Peace.